Chicks, and I am here to do a book review today over Stargazer by Claudia Gray. This book was released March 29th, 2009 by Harper Teen. It is the second book in the Evernight series. There are 329 pages in the US paperback edition, and I give this book an average. It was pretty decent. Now before you continue watching, I just want to warn you that this is the second book, so you do not want to continue watching if you haven't read Evernight by Claudia Gray. Evernight's the first one, Stargazer is the second one. So if you are interested in hearing more about this series but want to not be spoiled, watch the video review of Evernight that I do. But I do want to say before you go click there that I didn't really like Evernight very much. So it's not a very good review because I didn't like it, but I do like the second one better. So do continue on in the series after you read Evernight, unless you absolutely hate it. Okay, now stop watching if you haven't read that because you'll be spoiled. Right now, stop it. So this book is basically about a girl named Bianca. She's our main character, and she is born to two vampires. And this basically means that she will inevitably become a vampire also. So she is attending Evernight Academy, which is a school for vampires. It's for her to be trained to be a vampire and like older vampires to come in and like be introduced to today's times. So like if you were a vampire in like the 1500s and you like went to sleep for a while or something, I don't know why you wouldn't be current on times anyways, but you're not current on time, so you go to the school and they'll teach you about like iPhones and Macs and all that crap. So that's pretty much what the school is, and Bianca is there to learn to be a vampire while all the vampires are there to learn to be human. But as with every vampire story, there are vampire hunters. And unfortunately, Bianca fell in love with one of them named Lucas. He was undercover at the school because they do have some human students at the school just for like covers and strange purposes. So Lucas was an undercover vampire killer. So as with every love story where they're not allowed to be together, the star-crossed lovers thing, they will do anything to be together. And unfortunately for Bianca, that means she has to live a life of lies. But what happens in this book is kind of crazy because you find out that she's not the only one that's keeping secrets. And when an evil force that is attacking the school starts to target Bianca, and they see that all the attacks are targeting Bianca only, then they realize that they have to tell Bianca these secrets that they've been keeping from her whole life. And they really change things about her. She suddenly loses everything she has about herself. So this is a much better book than Evernight. I just want to start off by saying that I didn't like Evernight very much at all. If you watched my review, then you'll know that I didn't like it. So I was really impressed with Stargazer because I went in with very low expectations. One thing I loved about Stargazer was that it had really good recap, because I read Evernight probably about 2 years ago and haven't picked up the sequel since because I didn't really enjoy it, but I don't feel like I missed out on anything. I feel like all of the information, all the important stuff that happened in Evernight, I was recapped on, so I didn't miss any good things, any good connections or anything in Stargazer. So yay to Claudia Gray for having an awesome recap. One of the things I didn't like about Evernight was that it followed a lot of the typical YA rules, and I feel like Stargazer does that a little bit, but it seems more natural, and it flows better, and she does it a lot less, I feel like, in Stargazer. So that was a huge improvement. Another huge improvement from Evernight was Bianca was not so obsessed over Lucas. Like, she still was, but it wasn't to the point where it was annoying. She was a lot less needy, and that really allowed me to appreciate her relationship with Lucas a lot more, because I really hate needy, awful girls. And like, I know people say that about a lot of other main characters in YA books. I feel like Bianca was just off the wall in Evernight, and I feel like in this one she kind of got more grounded. She didn't really take as much crap as she did in Evernight, and I really respected her character more, which allowed me to respect her and Lucas's relationship more, which allowed me to enjoy the book more. But I'm still Team Balthazar. I freaking love him. He was my favorite character in Evernight. He was like the one saving grace, and now he's still amazing in Stargazer. I love Balthazar. Now, even though I am glad that I kept going in the series, when I picked up these books, I bought all 3 of them at once. I know there's more now, but I bought Evernight, Stargazer, and Hourglass, I think, is the third one, and that is all that was out at the time because I was going to go meet Claudia Gray, but I didn't end up being able to go. But I went out and bought them all at once, and I do not recommend doing that because you don't know if you're going to like the series. Like I said, I didn't like Evernight, so maybe you don't like Evernight so much that you don't even want to continue on. So yeah, that is my review of Stargazer by Claudia Gray, and this chapter was for you.